Okay, here we are in the breeding shed. There is Papa Limey, and that third chick is definitely gray down. So we got a girl and 2 boys, which is just perfect. There's Mama. She's coming out and working a lot harder to help keep them fed because they're getting a lot bigger now. And let's do an egg count. There is Stratus. Let's see what Hyacinth has done. Let me close this door, make sure we don't lose anybody. Okay, what's Hyacinth doing in there, huh? Oh, Hyacinth. She has her 2 eggs. And both Bubba and Breezy are in here. And I can tell you that Breezy had another egg, but she's not getting off of it, and I don't want to bother her. She's a first-time mom, so I'll leave her. But we got 2 there. And Matilda and Royal sitting on their eggs together. Are you going to let us see? She says no. Oh, 4. There's 4. Okay. Fluffy is not spending a lot of time in that box. But Cinnamon is. She's out right now. But she'll spend a lot. She's been spending a lot of time in there. Sky has not been spending a lot of time in that box. But Kelly is. Oh, let's see if Kelly throws that egg. Oh, yeah. 4 days earlier than everyone else. She was just, all that weird behavior in the big flight was just her getting ready to lay an egg without a nest box. I already checked Dusty and Gidget. No eggs. Here is Lilith and Razzle. We got Big Poos. Big Poos is the precursor to eggs. And the same thing here with Rainbow and Feral. Big Poo. I just cleaned out the cage, but that's how come I know they have Big Poo. And I haven't seen any Big Poo down here yet. Haven't seen any Big Poo down there yet. We're starting to get Big Poos. So there's Cinnamon's gone again, and she's starting to do Big Poos. Oh, there's Fluffy gone, and she's starting to do Big Poos too. So things are coming. Like I said, by the end of this weekend, I expect pretty much all the birds in here to have at least 1 egg in the nest. I am tracking Limey and Marine. So here's the thing. I learned the hard way that female birds want to turn around and breed again right away if conditions are favorable. So you have to watch the moms to make sure they're still taking care of the babies, because they'll basically shut down on the babies. And I've had females climb into the nest and just sit in there with the babies, not feeding them or anything, and lay an egg because she's ready to start over again. The problem is that when the mom stops feeding the babies and turns to the male to start breeding, she distracts him and the babies starve. I've had 1 female that killed one of her chicks. That was Matilda and Royal. Now the chicks, they had some issues. This is back when we had sickness, and they ended up in there with their chicks for like 5 or 6 weeks instead of the usual 4. But I'll be really careful to pull her this time. So here's the signs that I'm looking for to pull the female and let the dad finish rearing the chicks. First sign is if she's sitting in it. Okay, if you get to the point where she's sitting in the nest, but the babies are not being fed and they're starving, you've left it too long. So, and signs to look for: if she stops sleeping in the nest with them and sleeps out on the perch instead. If you don't see her actively working to feed the babies. If she lays an egg, obviously, or starts looking like she wants to lay an egg. And if she's just sitting in the nest but not caring for the babies. The babies are on one side of the nest and she's on the other. So far Marine is out of the nest a lot more because she's helping Limey take care of the duties, and the babies all are big enough and have enough down to keep warm on their own. But I am coming in here in the nighttime to make sure she's climbing back in there to sleep with them. They'll be 3 weeks old in about 3 days, counting by the oldest chick. By the time they're 4 weeks old, I'll pull her, if I haven't already, and let Limey finish raising them. So that's the plan with that. I'm so excited we got our first egg. I saw these 2 breeding yesterday too. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be pulling Dusty and Gidget this weekend, because she spends a lot of time in that box, but there's just nothing happening there. There's no giant poops, there's no egg bump, and I haven't even seen a lot of breeding lately. They used to breed a long time ago, but not lately. So I have a feeling I'll end up pulling these two and putting Hedwig and Verde in here. Verde was looking a little weak last week, but I am doing the 1/4 dose, calcium and magnesium in the big flight to tank everybody up in there. And I do that every second day for four consecutive treatments. And that